If you don't want the government to control your retirement future, you need to watch this video. Hey everyone, Adam Bergman here, tax attorney and founder of IRA Financial. And on today's video, I'm going to welcome Isaac Rodriguez, who is a 8-year plus self-directed IRA investor, also a client of IRA Financial. And we're going to share some stories on why investing in a retirement account or even a self-directed IRA or solo K is so paramount to controlling your future. And I'll just kind of do a quick intro. The retirement system, the U.S. retirement system, is a private retirement system, meaning the government is not going to contribute for us. If you work at a company and you're lucky to have a 401k offered to you, you may also benefit from a 3 or 4% match, which is basically free money the employer is giving you in a retirement account. It's a great way to maximize retirement savings by also contributing. But the individual retirement account, where there's 65 million IRAs, but $13 trillion in IRA money, that's an individual IRA. So you got to contribute. If you don't contribute, Biden, Trump, Pelosi, no one's going to contribute for you. You got to do it. And we'll talk about Social Security because there's a chance, probably not going to happen, God forbid, but within 20 years, the Social Security system could be bankrupt, maybe quicker. That means we're in charge of our own. And guess what? I don't want the government in charge of my future at all. I don't care who's in power, Democrats, Republicans. I want to control my own future. And that's why it's so important to understand the rules of the U.S. retirement system, which is, again, it's a private retirement system. If you move to Sweden or Finland, they'll help you retire, but then they're going to have control over your future, your medical, and everything you do. I was born in Canada. I dealt with socialized medicine. You don't want it. You want to have control. You want to have the power. So that's why I am a firm believer in the U.S. retirement system, because you have the ability to control your future through simple things, right? You start early, you do annual contributions, you take advantage of compounded returns, the power of 72, assuming an 8% rate of return, your money doubles every 9 years. Simple math, that's how you get rich. This is a almost guaranteed way of generating 7-figure wealth. If you start early, you're consistent, you trust the process, you will control your future. So, Isaac, you want to give just a story? I know you got a bunch of family and friends that have Social Security.
Unfortunately, there are so many people that I know that are not contributing into their 401k. They don't have an IRA, and they're just living day by day, paycheck by paycheck, and they're going to end up with today's Social Securities, with what the government gives us, which is absolutely nothing. I mean, I know from my personal experience, my dad, he makes very, very little income on his Social Security. Thank God he does have, us, that help him and other family members, and he doesn't have a lavish lifestyle, but, it's heartbroken that there are people out there that, are going to have a Social Security at this time. Even if I get a Social Security, I'm looking at maybe $2,100 a month. I cannot
Which
live
is good.
on
I'll give you an example. Like
$2,100
my mother-in-law, she was getting 18 grand a year, and she didn't have a lot of retirement savings. She worked, and she always was like, I'll go on vacation, or I'll buy the next outfit, and she always lived pretty well. But as she got older, she got sick, and we basically had to support her because all she had was Social Security. She had a tiny, tiny retirement account. My father-in-law passed away, and he had a retirement account, which she went through because she was sick. But she told me, she's like, Adam, I regret so much. I had the opportunity to have a 401k or an IRA for the last 25 years. And I just was like, nah, I'll deal with it next year. I'll just, whatever, this 3-4 grand I could use to, buy a new purse. Or she had really nice clothes. She was a beautiful lady. But, if she ended up putting away the 3 or 4 grand for the last 20 years, that money would have probably been worth 500-600 grand now through compound returns. And she would have used that money to live versus
more
us.
comfortable.
Yeah, so it's definitely a sacrifice, but it's on us. The government, again, it's not a Democrat or Republican. The Social Security system is pretty much bankrupt. We have a $3 trillion annual deficit, $30 trillion in deficit. Like, we can't afford it. So if we're not saving for ourselves, we're in trouble. The government's not going to bail us out. Like you said, Isaac, maybe they give you 18 grand, 20 grand a year. That's it. With inflation, go live on 20 grand a year. You're done. So the key is starting.
Contribute to your IRA or contribute to your 401k. And if your employer matches, even better.
Even better. And trust the process. You just got to be
trust
patient.
the process and start. I mean, it's never too late to start. But of course, we need to educate the young generation and tell them you need to contribute 10%, 5%, something.
Start early. Be consistent. Like for you had a private employer and you were lucky, right? You did well in your 401k.
I was lucky because I did very well in my 401k. And you know what? I could have done better.
Yeah, interesting.
Definitely could have done better if I had more education on it, if I empowered myself with more knowledge. Yeah. But when I started, I was 21 years old, and all I would do is I listened to the background of the people that were already in the company. They were older, and how much are you contributing into your 457? I would just listen to them, and I'm like, okay. But at that age, obviously, you're not thinking so much about that.
I get it.
You're young, but we need to educate our young
that's my passion.
People,
that's why
and let them know that it's very important to start early.
That's what I've written 9 books. In fact, my first chapter is really about the fact that the U.S. I have a whole introduction to unlocking the power of the retirement system, the power of the U.S. retirement system, like short chapters. And the systems, I've said it, we talked about this, it's rigged in our favor. Why? Because it takes advantage of power of compound returns and deferral, meaning your income grows without tax. You can get a deduction for what you put in. The government is literally encouraging us, right? They're like giving us a nice chocolate sundae and saying, hey guys, eat it. It's good for you. Like they're giving us the power.
Tax deferred.
Yeah, but we need to do it, right? And we can't rely on the government because if we do, it's not a pretty story. And you don't want to be in that position like my mother-in-law, who literally needed handouts to live, to pay her rent, to pay for her nursing, because she had beautiful purses and shoes. This woman would buy a pair of shoes a week, Gucci, Louis Vuitton. Like she had a gorgeous closet, but guess what? It's tough to sell it on eBay when you're sick and you need the money. And she probably could have had $700,000-800,000 put away if she just saved a little bit more money over the last 20, 25 years. So it's a learning experience, but that's my job as a tax lawyer to explain to you that it's simple mathematics. It's not even calculus or algebra. It's basic arithmetic. The more you put away, the money's going to grow faster without paying tax. And just based off the power of 72, your money will grow and double every 8 years, assuming a 9% rate of return. And if you don't trust me or Isaac, trust Albert Einstein, who said compounded returns, the 8th wonder of the world. So I hope I inspired some of you. Don't rely on the government. Whether you love Biden or Trump or whoever, trust yourself, empower yourself, gain financial freedom. You can do it. Just trust the process and trust yourself. Thank you, Isaac. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day, and we look forward to seeing everyone again on our next video. Thanks.